Oh God. Oh my. Alright everybody, what is going on? Welcome back once again to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to check out another short horror film. This one here is called They Belong to Him. Alright, very interesting title. And this one is by Grave Lake Media. If you guys want to check out the original video on your own time, you guys can click in the link in the description down below this video. Otherwise, you can watch me react to it, or we can react to it together, check it out together. And of course, I will give you my thoughts right after the film as always. Alright, but before we jump in here, I want to give you guys a reminder to please subscribe down below. That definitely supports the channel if you guys are, of course, enjoying the channel. And leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions or any thoughts about the video. Make sure also to hit that bell notification so that you are notified every time I upload a video. Very, very important. I upload every single day as much as I can. So please click on that bell notification once you subscribe. And the last thing is, don't forget to share the channel. Let everybody know that we're doing reactions here. Also, speed drawings whenever we get the chance. I got a beautiful oil painting coming up once again in a couple of days. So stay tuned for that. But of course, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this together and we'll see what we think. Let's get scared. And by the way, this is a Halloween fan film, just like it says on the description. So I don't know if they're gonna actually show like the Halloween, story, Michael Myers, or is it just like a Halloween film in general? Maybe it's just Halloween in general. What is this? Mr. Sanders? Something like that? Okay, looks like everyone's getting ready for trick or treat.
Hold on. Hold on.
Trick or treaters.
Trick or treat. Aren't you two a little too old to be doing this?
Yeah, but we still like candy.
Okay, boomer.
Which time should we going for next? How about the one? Asshole.
He stole the candies from that one lady only, huh? Looks like he didn't take any other candy.
It's gonna hurt. You gotta get some strength. Alright, come on, let's have some fun. Be safe. Alright. So you get on this, your mouth shot a little.
Oh my God. I didn't even notice he was there. Jesus.
You get it.
How did he get in the house? Oh no. So I guess they are doing Michael Myers.
Alright.
They're bringing in Michael Myers into this. I thought it was just a general, like Halloween in
What
general.
the hell is going on?
It's a Michael Myers fan film.
Those little stink pots. They're never gonna ruin my last Halloween. Coming, hold on.
We have to turn off the light. Oh God. He's not outside.
Hello? Someone in here?
Oh my God. Jesus, right behind her. Yeah, this is great. I'm so glad this is a Michael Myers Halloween film. I thought it was just another Halloween in general. Another, Halloween film in general. Oh God. Oh my. Oh my. Wow! Disconnected the air supply from. Oh my God!
Please.
Disconnected her oxygen tank. That is wild. You're just gonna watch her die, yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Poor lady, man. She was like super sick already, very weak. Why do you have to kill her? What are you dropping? God! Oh my God, he dropped her eye in there. I'm surprised there's no blood around the house, like there's no blood splattered on the walls. Looks very clean. You gotta... Wait. Oh my God. This is like the past.
Remember my name.
Wow. Oh my gosh, she is evil. She was putting that chemical in the chocolates. Wow, what a twist. Oh my. That's pretty cool. The silhouette in front of the light. I love that. Oh my God. That's very good. Wow. Did not expect that ending. What a twist. Seriously. Alright everybody, there you have it. That is They Belong to Him. So, looks like this was a film where two people kind of, that have evil intentions met each other. Okay, so, I mean, a heck of a twist at the end of the film. We know that this is during Halloween time, right? We see the time of the fall. the leaves on the ground, the guy raking the leaves in the beginning of the film. So we kind of get introduced to like the setting, right, where this is taking place, and the way this was set up was very, very good. I did not expect anything like this to happen. So we have this specific woman that the story focuses on. When it gets to nighttime, right, everybody's out trick-or-treating, and her doorbell or her door gets knocked on, and she's going over towards the door, and we can see that as she's making her way to the door, she's very frail, very sick, and she needs an oxygen tank with her at all times. Okay, we can see that she's very, very weak in health condition, right? Or it's not very good. So when she gets to the door, she sees these two older girls, right? And she, obviously grabs the candy before she opens the door. And she sees these two older girls and tells them, aren't you too old to be trick-or-treating? And well, they answer her in a very joking, polite kind of way. And they say, oh, well, we're just like kids still, or something like that. And instead of responding or just kind of laughing it off, she just pretty much just gives them the cold shoulder and closes the door on them. And the girls are like, oh, what a boomer, right? So I was just like, yeah, I mean, she at least could have laughed it off a little bit with them, but we can see that she's not very keen on, with teenagers visiting her, I guess. And she goes back inside, and well, now we focus on the perspective of the two girls going away from the house and just making their way to the next house. And of course, they crash into Michael Myers, right? Or what is Michael Myers in this fan film? Which I did not expect Michael Myers in this. I did in a way, but also didn't. I thought it was just going to be a like for the first time I'm saying it here, another just general Halloween film without Michael Myers in it. But of course, when I saw him in there, I was very, very engaged. I was very excited to see what was going to happen next. So we see that when they bump into him, he picks up those two candies only that this older lady gave him. And only those two candies and nothing else. So that was kind of interesting. I noticed that in the beginning there. They seem to take the rest of their candy with them, and they go, unless their bags and their, whatever had their candy, unless they were empty and those were the only candies they had. But, we can see more candies that fell on the floor. So one of the other girls picks the rest of her candy up, and they both walk away. They call him an a-hole, and they make their way to the next house, right? And that's the last time we see of them. So now the film focuses on the perspective of Michael Myers for a little bit. And so now he has the candies with him, these two candies that he took from them. And somehow he just makes his way to the house of this same lady that gave these girls the candies. We don't know how he's just in there, because when we get back to the scene of the older woman in her house, she's watching a show, some kind of show. We don't really see what she's watching, but it's just, we can hear the TV's on. And in the background, we see Michael Myers, like down the hall in the kitchen, coming into the house. But of course, the older woman doesn't notice he's there. So he's taking his time, basically, to get to her. And I don't know what his motive is in the beginning. We know that Michael Myers films, he just kills just because. I'm not too familiar with these stories. I haven't really seen Michael Myers films in a while. And if I have, I haven't seen the whole thing. But I know that he always kills people, right? And so I just find it that, he just kind of does it for sport, I guess. But he's taking his time making his way to this lady, and he grabs this kitchen knife, which was already unsettling. I was like, man, this is going to get bad. And the lady, she hears this knock on her door, and she goes towards her door and realizes her light bulb is gone from the outside light. And I think by the way, this lady's line delivery, the acting, I'm not sure if it was just her like very, blunt type of personality. She was very neutral. The way she delivered her lines sounded a little bit, flat, right? I didn't think she was adding too much emotion to her lines, but it didn't bother me too much because it kind of went with her personality in a way. So, but her lines did feel a little bit flat sometimes, like when she's, calls the little girls a name, I forgot, but she notices they took away her bulb outside, and she calls them a name and heads back inside, the line delivery for me was a little flat, but, anyway, she goes inside, and when she's grabbing a new bulb to take outside, she hears somebody else knock on her door. And well, we notice that when she makes her way back to the door with this light bulb, the knocking is actually not coming from outside. It's actually coming from inside. And well, as an audience, we all know that this is Michael Myers already messing with her, right? So we know that he's behind her, and she hears a sound behind this door inside the house. So she goes up to it and behind it, and there's nobody there. You know, I mean, we all kind of guessed that. There's no one there, but I did expect him to be behind her, but he's not behind her either. And so, well, she hears the knock somehow again, and she goes back to the door, or I think she's going back to the door, and she hears the knock, or no, she goes back to the door and she hears the door squeaking right behind her again, that same door, and she makes her way back. But rather than approaching the door right away, she calls, "Hey, hello, is anybody there?" Right? And well, eventually she gets close to the door and presses her head against it, which, oh my God, this scene was really well done. We see how she presses her ear against the door. This blade comes in through the door and like barely strikes her eye, and still enough to pull the eye out, right? Which was really disturbing. Very good visual effects on that. I mean, I can't believe how good that looked. But we see that this eye is slowly starting to shift away from her face, and then it comes out as he pulls her head back from the other side of the door. And man, that was just really, really horrific to watch. And we just see that he harms her very, what do you call that? Like, he barely harms this woman, right? He doesn't harm her so much where it's just violent and blood everywhere. He just takes her eye out and he lets her fall to the ground. And notice that he also yanks her oxygen tank off where, you know, so she can't breathe anymore. And he just slowly watches her die on the ground. So obviously this woman dies in her house because he disconnects her breathing supply, her air supply, and he takes her eye out. And so we see that on his way out, he drops the eye inside this, inside where she has all the candy, right? In this candy bowl. And he walks out. And so the camera pans to, you know, across the living room, and we see her sitting on the chair again. So this kind of threw me off, but we know now that this was sort of a past moment, right? This is kind of leading to a moment in the past of what she was actually doing and why this Michael Myers character came in and killed her. So we noticed that she was putting, I forget what she was actually putting in there, the exact name of that chemical, but she was putting a very hazardous, horrible chemical in these chocolates and wrapping them up so she can give them to the kids. And she was like, oh, they'll remember my name. So, I mean, you can see how evil this woman really was and how she actually met her match. This other evil person also out to do harm to other people. But we noticed that he didn't harm anybody, actually. Looks like he was after her specifically in this film. So, you know, she kind of met her match, and he basically ended what she was doing to all these innocent kids by putting this hazardous type of chemical in the candies or in the chocolate. So he basically did the neighborhood a favor and killed this woman. So now we know at the end, because of that little, you know, camera pan towards like the past moment, we know what this woman used to actually do and why he was coming after her. Very, very interesting. A brilliant twist to this film. I definitely was fully engaged at the end, and I did not expect that kind of ending. So I really enjoyed this film. What did you guys think, though? The last thing I wanted to just cover before I, give you my final thoughts here is I love the silhouette of him walking away towards the light. Very, very good. And I love how it ended there. We can see him stop and then kind of subtly look back, right? Very, very good add into that. Made it more intense, more meaningful, right? That ending. And now, of course, we see the title pop up and the film closes out. So my final thoughts for this film, very enjoyable. The setting was great. The storytelling was unpredictable. I really loved the unpredictability of the story. Well told. And also the actor that was playing Michael Myers, very much like the film, although it looked a little bit more simple with the mask and all of that. Obviously, this is a fan film, but it still did such a great job. I mean, this was, very close to the level of a full-length film. So I very much enjoyed it, and if you guys also did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button down below in this video and leave a comment. I would definitely love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. So you guys, that is it for tonight. Let me know what you thought once more, and also thank you for watching this with me. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or a good night whenever you're watching this. Take care of yourselves. Peace.